I want to touch on the leader of man thing a little bit from that email where the guy wants to know how to be a leader of men. I've been thinking about it since the email was read. And I think that in order to truly be a leader of men, you have to live a life that others want to aspire to. So you need to live a life of integrity and quality of character, and you should serve and be a servant to others. You should be doing the things that is necessary to make other people look at you and go, I want to be like him when I grow up. Like, that's a very prevalent thing. You can't expect people to lead if you are an ineffective leader. There are books that you can read about discipline and extreme accountability and communication and sales. You know, we have a book list actually in the description of this video that is an Amazon affiliate link. So if you click on any of those books and buy them, we get a kickback, full disclosure. But there are books in there that will help you be a leader of men. And if you read those books and you take that shit to heart and you start applying the things that are in those books and you do a book a week over the course of a year, you're going to be 52% better, even if you just learn one thing a week.
Yep.
Like you have to start doing the things that make you a good man. And obviously that goes without saying because that's what you're asking. But if you want to be, what are you doing now? You know what I mean? Like if you want to be a good man and you want to be a leader of men, what are you doing already to implement to make those changes happen? Because you have to be doing something. You can't just sit around and hope for it. It doesn't work that way. You have to start doing the work.
Yep. That's like people who are expecting to win the lottery, but they don't buy a ticket.
Yep. That's exactly it. I want that. When I die, that's what I want people to say at my funeral, that he was a good man. He was a leader of men. And I do believe that I'm a servant. I believe that I'm here to do for others. And I try. Obviously, I want to be successful and I want to, reach my own goals and I have my own aspirations that I'm trying to reach. But I don't want to do it by foul means. You know what I mean? Like I want to earn my shit, definitely don't want it handed to me. But I also don't want to go about it the wrong way. Like I want it to be earned with merit and lessons, not from, foul doing people dirty shit.
Right. I agree with the feeling like you're a servant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On my part, you agree? Or you agree that that's what it takes to be a good man?
Oh, I totally forgot that you were talking on being a good man. I was just following your train of thoughts, and I was like, oh, I feel that way.
Well, you're a good woman.
Yeah.
And I think that part of that, especially in a marriage, is that you serve each other.
Yeah.
We get a lot of people that get hung up on the Bible's aspect of women submit to your husbands.
They don't read the next line, though.
Right. You are supposed to submit to each other. You're supposed to serve each other.
Yep.
And it means more to be a servant than it does to serve, because simply serving is doing. Being a servant is doing what the other person needs. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
I don't know.
The way that you go above and beyond to provide for the household and protect us is why I go above and beyond to make sure the house is maintained and you're fed.
Right. And would you do that if I wasn't doing the things that I'm doing?
No, you can have a kid cuisine for dinner.
Yeah. A Hungry Man XL. Throw it bitch in the microwave. Yeah. And that's I think where a lot of disconnect is in the emails that we get, is you have somebody that really believes that they're doing everything they can with a partner that's doing absolutely nothing.
Right.
But I'm willing to bet that both of them are not doing anything. Right. And it's just easier to throw shade on the partner than it is to accept your shortcomings and start correcting the problems.
We see a lot that I'm doing everything I can. I think I'm the perfect wife. I think I'm the perfect husband. Have you asked? I ask you all the time, like, how am I doing as your wife? And you give me feedback.
Yeah.
And then I course correct if need be. You can't sit there and claim that you're this amazing spouse and you're doing everything you can to fix this relationship when you haven't even had the conversations to see if what you're doing is what they want.
Right. Yeah, because if you're fixing the wrong things, it doesn't matter that you're fixing shit.
Right. When the house foundation is broken, you don't paint the walls.
Yep. You said that Discord had posted a video for us to react to of a woman who asked her man to get the yard or the house ready for Easter or something like that.
Yeah, she asked for help around the house to get it ready for Easter.
And he went outside and cut the grass and was weed eating and like making the yard look presentable. And he's waving at her through the window and she's inside making a TikTok ripping him apart for doing the lawn.
Yep.
Instead of being direct and be like, this is the things that I need you to do today so that we're ready.
Yep.
You gave him an opportunity to serve you, and he's doing it in the way that he believes needs served. Like, he obviously recognized the yard was a mess, and went out there to take care of it. I mean, I got to be honest. If we were doing something for the kids, the yard has to be maintained, especially if you're doing an Easter egg hunt. Like,
You know, in that whole thread of thought, I was thinking, I said it into the Discord. When women do things like that and say, I need help around the house, but are not specific in what they need help with, the man is going to do what he thinks is going to help.
Yep.
That is, in that instance, when a woman is not clear with what she wants and then it becomes an issue, that is why men say women just create problems.
Yeah, and nag. Because had you just said, this is what I need you to do, he wouldn't have went and done those other things.
Right, he would have done what you said.
Hopefully.
In the ideal situation where you guys are happy and healthy and communication is great, that's what's going to happen.
Right. I only say hopefully because we dude, so many people on TikTok. I really don't engage in the comments like I used to. I will, until a video hits like 10,000 views, I'll go look at the comments because it's still new and there's not a lot there. But once the video starts blowing up, I'm not going to the comment section because all I see is people who are miserable as fuck.
That's when it gets out of hand.
Treating their partner like shit or complaining about their partner being miserable as fuck, and they're not doing anything to fix it. And it's always, what do I do to fix him? Or what do I do to fix her? You don't fix anybody.
What do you do to work on yourself?
Yeah, you work on you and hope to God that you are still worthy of saving. Because if you do all the work on yourself and they're too far gone, it doesn't matter what you do.
Right.
The trick is to get that shit corrected before it becomes a fucking problem. And that's where the check-ins come into play. It's no different than that last email. If you're having check-ins and there's shortcomings and they're able to be addressed immediately and you're able to move past them, they don't become long-term problems.
Right.
And then people are, well, what happens when they fall back into the same pattern? Well, you fucking remind them that we had to talk about this and we're not fucking doing that anymore.
And if it's a repetitive thing, you leave.
And you can do that without nagging.
You can.
You can give positive nudges. And in fact, I'm willing to bet that if you were giving the positive affirmations while the changes were happening, they wouldn't regress.
Right.
Because if I'm doing something and getting those pat on the backs and the attaboys and the pee-pee touches, knowing that I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing, I'm gonna continue doing that shit because my household's gotten a lot better.
Right.
But if I'm doing it and I'm not getting recognition and you're still bitching about things, like why would I want to try to be better knowing that no matter what I do, my good enough isn't good enough?
Right. And you know, your good enough becomes better with positive reinforcement.
It does. In time. It's really not rocket science.
It's really not, man. We don't even have degrees in this. We didn't go to school for this shit. These are things that we have learned through life experience and research and self-help books and everything we've done. You don't have to be a rocket scientist.
Yeah.
It is just plain human decency and be willing to understand somebody and get where they're coming from and put yourself in their shoes for a minute and just fucking comprehend.
Yep. I'm going to say that it's like 80% accountability and 20% proper communication.
Yeah.
Because most people don't have enough accountability to own their faults. They want to throw blame on other people. Well, so-and-so did that and they did this and they made me feel this way and blah, 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 blah. No, they didn't make you feel anything. We remember that discussion at the beginning of the podcast? Yeah.